Hello, everyone. There are over 6 million employer businesses in the United States. And guess what? Every one of those businesses has bills and pays vendors. But in almost every case, they're overspending. In fact, finance leaders estimate that up to 15% of their bills contain errors or could be reduced with greater scrutiny. That's 15% of their cash silently walking out the door. Now, there are many AP solutions like Bill.com that'll help you pay your vendors quicker, but there are none that will help you pay them less, until now. My name is Howard Katzenberg. I'm a former CFO that was fed up with this situation, so I decided to start Glean.ai to solve this critical need for every finance team. Specifically, Glean not only helps you pay your vendors, but we also analyze all your bills at the line item level to track what you're purchasing, unit prices you're paying, and volumes you're ordering, and then suggest timely, relevant, and actionable ways to save money. Here's why that's important and how Glean is transforming how companies manage costs. First, for the first time, finance teams have real-time visibility into their spend. As bills come in, they're alerted to any budget variances that same day. Second, they have context. If your Zoom bill goes up 15% from last month, Glean automatically tells you why. With Glean, you can always double-click to get answers. And most importantly, with Glean, companies are empowered to drive savings. Now, let me show you how. This is the Glean homepage, and you can see right away the deep visibility that we provide. With Glean, you can see how your spend is trending intra-month as the bills are coming in. In addition, we'll identify who your top vendors are in the period, who had the biggest increases, and who had the biggest decreases. And if you're on the accounting team and you have to rationalize and explain what happened last month, we make that very easy to do. So that's your spend at an aggregate level. But what's going on under the hood? And that's what the Glean feed here is. We generate tailored insights based on each company's spend that will identify important, relevant spend patterns that they can then investigate. So here in my Glean feed, we have over 40 different Glean types, but the first 5 are displayed here. A significant spend threshold was passed with JustWorks. I have a new vendor, HackerRank. I get a description of what they do right here. Here's a significant new item purchased from LinkedIn. Here's my AWS insight that we spent 146% more this year than the same month-to-date period last year. Now with AWS, I don't have much negotiating leverage, but if that was my law firm, you'd be sure I'd be picking up the phone to get a discount. And then here's an upcoming renewal. Now let's talk about context. So this is one of the most loved features of Glean, but if I wanted to dig into this $51,000 variance from July to August, I can just click here. And I can see exactly what went on. So the biggest driver was a decrease in Datadog, which went down $49,000. And then I have all these categories further broken down. 10 vendors increased, 12 vendors decreased, 2 were new. Here are the 2 new vendors. Seriously, in the past, that would take me lots of time to just manually calculate that in Excel. Now, if I wanted to drill into that decline of 85,000, I can see here all the vendors that comprise that decline. And let me just click on JustWorks, because this theme of double clicking is very important in Glean. And I can see here, like, of the 13,000, that was basically explained by a $19,000 decrease in salary, offset by a one-time severance payment. Here's the thing. Glean automates this. I cannot even go to JustWorks' website to get this information. And that's how we're empowering conversations in finance teams to ensure that their teams are spending responsibly. Now, let me show you how we actually save customers money. This is the invoice view of Glean. I've chosen AWS because it's a very common vendor, but their invoices are terrible. It's many, many pages listing out all the products and services that we're purchasing from AWS. It's not sorted in any intuitive way. And I only have this snapshot here for March. I don't have any idea what February or January looked like. So Glean completely changes that. With Glean, I have the historical context so I can see how this spend compares to prior periods. We lift all of this information off of the invoice that you need to pay a bill, but on top of that, we're extracting all the line item information as well. So I can see what was the biggest line item on this invoice, and then I can track it historically. Now, once we have all that data, we're gonna tell you the story of the bill. So this bill story is first, it's a receipt. It's paid with credit card, and we note that, so we want to avoid a double payment, and it's noted here. Second, it's over budget. I had set a $9,000 monthly budget with AWS, and this came in $978 more. Why? Well, this next glean shows that it's up 22% from the prior month, and the largest driver was a line item named Amazon Guard Duty, which was billed 1081 this month, but not billed last month. And in fact, it was a new line item that we hadn't seen in the prior months. Why I show this invoice is because it led to action. That specific insight had the two people on my team discussing what exactly was guard duty. So Encore asked Artie, could you comment on this line item? Is it SOC 2 related? Artie writes back, it's a threat detection system from AWS. Datadog has a similar offering. And then 2 days later, Artie says, I'll move it over to Datadog and next month's bill should be lower. So I highlight this for 3 reasons. 1, if we were using Bill.com, this conversation would never have happened. 2, me as a CEO, I get concerned anytime my AWS bill goes up $1,000, and I don't know what guard duty is. But now I have the context that it was in support of our SOC 2 initiative, and that's good. Lastly, this line of questioning compelled Artie to take action, and he saw a cheaper action, and if I show you next month's bill and do the compare analysis, you can see it was down $803, and the biggest driver was Amazon Guard Duty that went down from 1081 to 150. That, my friends, is the power of Glean and how we're transforming the way finance teams manage their costs. We have a lot of other really cool features. Come visit us at the booth, and I'd be happy to tell you more.